Lord Boros and Cosmic Fear Garo. These are two entities that Saitama has fought against that require a lot more from him than the usual effort of It's very clear that Saitama has acknowledged the power of these two during their fights, and what's also apparent is that they definitely had the skills to pay the bills, and not just Saitama's rent, since Geno's been had that unlocked for months. But is there no one else?
Is there no one else?
Is there no one else in the verse that we've seen so far that are on a high enough tier that could also be acknowledged by the Bald Wonder? And I would say yes, absolutely. Of course, I'm already talking about cats we've seen fight fully for the most part. And even though guys like Monster Lord Orochi or Goketsu were handled pretty easily by Saitama, I don't think these particular monsters and people would be treated the same way. In essence, they are better than cats like Goketsu and Monster Lord Orochi. And yes, for this video, I will stand for the Platinum Sperm, or in this case, potentially, in theory, the Platinum Sperm Plus. And by the way, yes, we are going to be saying the word sperm quite a bit in this video. Of course, for educational reasons, but you might as well get it out of your system right now. I'm talking about the toilet humor, specifically that, which you'd argue is the best kind of humor. But that being said, let's get into a quick little refresh right here, okay? Platinum Sperm is the ultimate form of Black Sperm, one of the cadre of the Monster Association, one of the lead guys, who of course are the main villains of the last arc. The form is first shown in chapter 152, where it's the combination of 53,999,999,999,900 black sperm monsters. They all do a crazy gold experience requiem plus a fusion dance, and voila, they form the quote true me, the ultimate version of the sperms, allegedly. Now, a previous major form of the black sperm was the golden sperm, which was the combination of 43 trillion black sperms, and then that golden sperm then fused with 11 trillion other sperms to make the platinum sperm version. Now, the platinum sperm is very, I can't emphasize that enough, extraordinarily powerful, with monstrous strength, insane durability, and tremendous, haunting speed. In chapter 123, Psycho said that if the Homeless Emperor and the Black Sperm teamed up, they can kill anyone. And it is a testament to the power of not just Black Sperm, but his ultimate form, the Platinum Sperm. And we see this predominantly in his speed, where in chapter 154, he knocked out a bunch of top tier heroes with their tail on his head in an instant, of course, except for King, because only King could truly match the power of the Platinum Sperm at that point in time. What we also see for speed showcase is chapter 155, where Platinum Sperm, Flashy Flash, and a monsterized Garo make a structure of light in the sky with just their speed. There's even a timer for how fast they're moving, and it's mind-boggling how they can move so quickly in such a short amount of time. But then the next chapter, Flashy Flash gets taken out by said Platinum Sperm, and both him and Goro they increase their speed exponentially and make an even denser structure of light. And if you're wondering, these are the precursor events to what we see later on in the series in chapter 167, where Saitama is making a similar structure of light in the debris of Io, the moon near Jupiter that's floating in space. These guys, not to the same degree, of course, because it's Saitama, but these guys were doing something similar, just once again reaffirming the insane movement speed that both those two at that point in time could move at. And of course, it's in that very same chapter where we see Garo just phase through the Platinum Sperm, and then he gets blown into bits, thereby defeating the strongest version of black sperm. So some folks might not think that he's impressive, since that version of Garo is not even the max version of Garo. However, in 1 second, how many blows did the platinum sperm and Garo trade? Remember, they are moving so fast within such a short window of time that they can make a much denser light structure than even the one that Flashy Flash was involved with could make. How many hundreds of thousands, millions of times did the platinum sperm and Garo trade blows? It's gotta be a metric ton, number one. Number two is that I would personally argue that this version of Garo is somewhat close to Lord Boros. Not exact at that level, but I think pretty close without a doubt. I did a video on that. You can check it right over here on how powerful I think Garo was relative to Lord Boros before he even grazed the good graces of God. But the fact of the matter is that the sperms, they did take out both Dark Oil Shine and Flashy Flash during this arc, and they beat them at both of their specialties. Dark Oil Shine, muscles and shine. Flashy Flash, speed. And that in of itself is very, very impressive. But we're not done yet. Because what's even more impressive beyond this is the simple idea that what we see with Platinum Sperm is not the max level Platinum Sperm.
What do you mean by that? Even further beyond!
We can go even further beyond. Correctamundo here. So, recall what is stated by Homeless Emperor in chapter 153, where an individual black sperm can easily take down an A-class hero. And in some sense, we do see this, because one punch, lol, from one black sperm made Atomic Samurai cough blood during their fight in chapter 106. And even though Atomic Samurai is not necessarily known for his formidable durability, that alone honestly substantiates the claims of how powerful one black sperm is. Now, again, Platinum Sperm is a combination of 54 trillion black sperms. That means that Platinum Sperm is literally the combination of 54 trillion A-class heroes and above, bro. Nah. Just when you think about the metrics and the metrics alone, Platinum Sperm is extra busted, which is why I say I really don't think that he's that far off from someone like Lord Boros, if not even transcending Lord Boros. However, this is where we start to notice a glitch in the matrix. There is a monkey wrench in the machinations of the sperms, because Golden Sperm, technically speaking, was already a fusion above 54 trillion sperm. What we see with the Platinum Sperm, though stronger, is just a shape-shifted version of ultimately the same number of sperms. So you can argue, let's say in some way, like with One Piece, a Luffy Gear 4 Bound Man versus a Luffy Gear 4 Snake Man. Though in this case here, the Snake Man would be stronger, condensed, shape-shifted, molded, but arguably a similar number of sperms that comprise both entities. Recall this, the Golden Sperm's right arm of 12 trillion was cut off by Atomic Samurai's Sun Blade in chapter 152, and that arm never regenerated. That means that the Golden Sperm was already a mass of 55 trillion black sperms before Platinum Sperm existed. And right before we see the fusion of Platinum Sperm, Golden Sperm, we see him and his right arm is still missing. If that right arm was still there, not cut off by the Sunblade of Atomic Samurai, then the total mass fusion of Platinum Sperm would be 66 trillion. That, my friends, is arguably the true power of the sperms. So in this case here, a mithril sperm, an adamantium sperm, a vibranium sperm, a Valyrian steel sperm, however you want to slice it, with some crazy mythical metals. Because the Platinum Sperm is the quote true version of the sperms combined, let's just call it Platinum Sperm Plus. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But no matter how you slice up this weird fusion food recipe, Atomic Samurai slicing off the arm of the golden sperm means that 12 trillion sperm were missing in the creation of the platinum sperm. He was missing trillions. And mind you, I'm not mentioning as well the 10,000 sperm detached force unit tasked with watching over Fury King Ugly in chapter 149, which they were killed by Metal Bat. Then like the thousands or tens of thousands of sperms that were killed by Atomic Samurai during their fight, or let's say the detached unit of 100 cells that were killed by Metal Bat in chapter 152. Even let's say if somehow, some way, that detached arm was included in the mix when it came to the platinum sperm, ultimately speaking, platinum sperm was missing sperm. And each one of them is quite literally stronger, again, than the average A-class hero. So at the very beginning of the Monster Association arc, if Black Sperm had fused all of his sperm off the rip, then that version of Black Sperm would be the strongest version of this above dragon class monster. A monster I think for sure Saitama would acknowledge. I will still argue that potentially Platinum Sperm could get that credibility, but I would definitely say the complete fusion, the Platinum Sperm Plus, is 100% absolutely getting that cred before Saitama does what he does best. But let me know your stance on the subject matter at hand. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Of course, subscribe to the channel and click on that bell to join the notification squad. I'm gonna catch you cats on the flip side.